Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping. Let's talk about it. So this is an Andy Samberg mockumentary of basically Justin Bieber's life. And having already proven that he can put together a pretty ridiculous and hilarious mockumentary with 7 Days in Hell, the HBO movie, it made me wonder, can he do this with a feature-length film, like an hour-and-a-half long movie? And the answer for me is, more or less, yeah, this is a pretty funny movie. So let's get into what I liked and disliked about this movie, starting with the likes. First of all, like I said, this movie's funny. I was laughing out loud several times during this movie, and except for the very, very end of the movie, I was laughing throughout this entire film. I mean, the jokes just didn't trail off. And to me, this is Andy Samberg's Pulp Fiction, where we got a lot of his elements of comedy into this movie, but it's not totally refined. We'll eventually get an Inglourious Basterds where it's very, very refined, but this is a great start. And for me, the funniest parts of the movie were the mock TMZ bits with Will Arnett. They were hysterical. I was crying laughing during those scenes. But the rest of the comedy can be attributed to Andy Samberg and his ridiculous performance as Connor for real, the cameos in this movie, and the really offensive music that Connor puts out that he doesn't even realize is super offensive. I would have rathered it reached like Daniel Tosh level of shock comedy, but hey, it's still really funny and really offensive. And like I said, the cameos are great. I would have preferred more actors playing characters that aren't real. Those are the funniest in my opinion. But the true standout of this film is the Lonely Island trio, in particular Andy Samberg. He is the shining light of this film. Whether he's talking to a camera during an interview, or he's falling into a pool because he's depressed, or he's performing a ridiculous song naked in front of a crowd, he's just so stupidly and endearingly funny. But let's get into a couple of negatives that I had with the film. First of all, and like I said from earlier, this is a great combination of Andy Samberg's humor, whether it's from Hot Rod or 7 Days in Hell or the Lonely Island trio. It combines different aspects of those comedy in this movie, but almost to a fault, because what made Hot Rod so funny was how bizarrely and abstractly funny that movie is. But then with 7 Days of Hell, that movie is just so bonkers ridiculous, and then you've got the Lonely Island trio, which makes really funny, smart, off the wall, and offensive music. And trying to combine all those different kinds of comedy is very difficult, and it does it mostly successfully, but it's certainly far from perfect. And instead of walking out of the movie thinking, man, that was a perfect blend of all those kinds of comedy, I walked out thinking, man, I can't wait to go see Hot Rod or 7 Days in Hell again, or download some of those Lonely Island songs again. I'm more excited about experiencing those styles of comedy from those individual productions themselves, as opposed to looking forward to seeing this movie again. And while Connor's character is totally outrageous, he does eventually kind of play the straight man role, and that's where some of the comedy just left. That's where it became like a real movie. I really wish that they continued kind of like they did with 7 Days in Hell, down the just totally ridiculous mockumentary route. And no offense to Chris Redd, I'm sure he's a great guy and a great actor and really funny comedian, but I just don't know who he is, and he didn't make enough of an imprint on me, and I wish that they got someone like a Michael B. Jordan or someone like that for that particular role. And although this movie is just shy of an hour and a half, it still felt long to me. I was looking at my watch to see how much longer we had with this movie. I think that the 45-minute mark is perfect for this kind of movie than put it on HBO. In fact, I'd rather than come out with a anthology film where they have 4, 5, 6 different sketches that are like 20 minutes long, make that a feature film. I think that's the perfect evolution for these guys. But overall, I thought that this was a mostly successful, if not slightly jumbled outing for the Lonely Island trio. I'm so happy they did it. I'm happy I saw this in theaters because it was so much funnier with the crowd. Everybody was laughing, but I gotta say it's more of a Netflix movie for me, so I gotta give Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping a 3.1 out of 5. But that's just what I think. Take it or leave it. What do you guys think? Have you seen Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping yet? Let me know if you have in the comments. Let's talk about it. And guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up button if you like this video, and subscribe to my channel so we can do this again soon. I'll check you later.
Check you later. Check you later. Hey man, get off my case. Man, chicks don't want to hear that shit.